Kella Price here with a great Strongboard yoga protocol for you today. You're gonna love this workout. It's great to improve your mobility and it's a great recovery workout while still challenging your core throughout the movements. I have my Strongboard set up on my mat here. If you need a chair for support, for balance, you can place that in front of your Strongboard. To get on the Strongboard, you're gonna step on one side, find your balance, and then place your other foot, and then come to a balanced position. You'll notice that there is give as the springs move and adjust to your feet, but this will really help engage your core and your proprioception. As you want to get off, you're going to get off the same way, tilt to one side until your foot, the board is on top of the base, and then step down with your other foot. All right, grab your water, grab your Strongboard. We're ready to get started. For this workout, our protocol, once we get warmed up, we'll be going through 1 minute series for each of the movements. You can do this workout with or without shoes. That's entirely up to you. I like doing this workout with bare feet to allow my feet to get exercise for proper foot fitness as well. Starting on your mat with your feet facing front nice and wide, cougar lunges, pressing your shoulders to the front. Transferring your weight from one foot to the other, pushing back into your glute, checking that your knee is staying in alignment with your foot. Pressing those shoulders, opening, getting that good stretch in the straight of the leg. Now face your Strongboard, hands on the board itself. Bend and straighten. We're warming up our hamstrings. Bend and straighten. Your other option is to have your hands here. Come on up. Sumo squat. Your feet are wide. My legs are nice and wide here. So my legs are long. I'm going to stretch them out. In a sumo squat, pressing, either alternating hands or sink down into that sumo squat position using your elbows. Try to keep your chest upright. Sink that bottom down. Come on up. Using our Strongboard now. Stepping with our foot in the middle on the logo, stepping into a curtsy, and then a side lunge. Curtsy, side lunge. Pushing back into your glute. Curtsy, side lunge. Let's do that on the other side. Place your foot on the Strongboard logo. Crossing your foot behind, pushing back into the glute here. Curtsy, side lunge. Curtsy, pushing back into the glute. Feeling that good stretch. All right. Next movement is a lunge. Foot on the Strongboard logo, tap up, lunge back. The goal is to have our leg at a 90-degree angle here. When we come down into our lunge, we want both knees coming straight down, our feet to be parallel as we step back. Yeah? Same thing if you're on the board. If at any time you need to take it off the board, you have my permission to do so. The board is there to get more out of your workout, to engage your core, improve your stability, get your results faster. Stepping back, nice tall posture. step it in. So we'll be alternating for most of the workout between sun salutation series and yoga stretching movements. Come up on your board. Nice tall posture here. Big inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, shoulders back. Exhale, step it out into plank. When you do your sun salutations, you want to have your feet not all the way to the outside of the board so you have room for your hands. Push up here. Again. One more. Step it in. Onto the board. Find your balance. Come on up, big shoulder roll. Next movement is a squat into that chair position. Trying to create that nice long line through your spine, sinking back into your glutes. Arms are up. Stand up. Let's do that again. Sinking down into that chair squat. And up. We're holding for a period. Find your stability. Breathe through the movement. 2 more. Nice long line. Up, last one right here. Are you breaking a sweat yet? I know I am. Come on up. Sun salutation. Big inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift your knees, shoulders back. Nice flat back like a 7. Exhale down, hands on the board. Step back into your plank, 1 foot at a time. From your plank position, nice long line through the spine. You can also be on your knee for these movements. Single leg dog, lifting the leg, elbow to elbow, pointing that toe. We're staying on one side. Leg up, exhale to plank. Elbow to elbow, extend. Extend. You got this. Transferring the weight as you exhale, bring your knees forward. Step it in. Step it back on your board. Next movement, roll it up. Stepping back into a warrior 1. 1 foot is on the board. The other foot is stepping back into a nice tall lunge. We're going to push to the front. Use that imaginary resistance. Come on back into a reverse warrior. Again, push, leaning forward. Arm back to the back of the leg. Other arm up. Look at that arm. Do you feel your ankle calculating? It's getting stronger each time we go through this. You're improving the neuromuscular connection in your body. Last one. Don't worry, we're gonna get the other side, just like we're gonna get the other side for that single leg dog now. Step it in, get yourself set up with both of your feet on the board for our next sun salutation. Again, we're gonna do our single leg down dog, elbow to elbow, like we did before. Half lift. Exhale. Put your hands on the board. Step back 1 foot at a time. Nice long line through the spine. Again, you have the option of going on your knees here. Push back into your down dog. Extend your other leg, keeping your hips square. Elbow to elbow, extend. So you're making a kind of a triangle with your knee, pointing that toe, full extension. Don't forget to exhale as you come in towards your board. Step it in. Big shoulder roll. Warrior one on the other side with that push to reverse. Foot on the middle of the board. Stepping back into your lunge. Find your balance. My ankles switching around a little bit there. Push, lean forward. Arm up. Now the other thing you want to look for as you're doing this move is that this knee doesn't cave in. We want it in alignment with the toes as you push and come into your reverse. You got this. I love this movement. Push. Use that imaginary resistance. Take your time. Exhale. Big inhale as you look up. Exhale, push, last time. Step it in. Next movement. Sun salutation. Are you ready? Big inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Nicely done. Half lift. Exhale, step it out to plank. Drop down to your knees. We're gonna walk our hands in narrower for a tricep push-up. Now you can come up to your knees again if you'd like. Here we go. One more. Your arms should be rubbing on your sides. Nice long spine. Step it in. We're putting one foot on the board for our next move. Your other foot is perpendicular. My legs are, again, very long, so I'm gonna take up a lot of space here. We wanna make sure this knee stays in a 90-degree bend here, ideally. Arms out, nice and wide. Big inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. You got this. Find your breath. Enjoy the movement. Enjoy the stretch. Nice and strong. Hold it right here. We're going into a right angle. Hand at the quad, the calf, or on your Strongboard. Notice that my hand is stacked shoulder, shoulder, hand, making that nice long line. My front leg is bent. Breathe through that stretch. All right. Step it in. On your board, again, your feet are shoulder width apart for this next sun salutation. Big inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, shoulders back. Exhale, put your hands on the board. Step back one foot at a time into your plank. Mountain climbers. We have a couple options here. We can tap one leg at a time, or we can run it. Now we can get our heart rate up by running it and going at a little bit faster pace. This is a great cardio move built into our yoga session to burn more calories. Everyone likes to burn more calories, right? Come on, 5 seconds left. 2, 1. Warrior 2 on the other side. So I'm going to move my board to the other side so I can still see you. Foot on the Strongboard logo, stepping back into your Warrior 2. Check your alignment. If your knee's going over your toes, you can wiggle this back foot back a little bit further. Inhale and exhale. Nice deep breath. Exhale. Now I want you to try to breathe all the way down to your pelvic floor here. Exhaling out all the way back down to the pelvic floor. Hold it right here. Let's go into that right angle now. Hand on your quad, your calf, or the Strongboard. Sinking into that stretch a little bit deeper. Stacking hands, shoulder, shoulder, hand. job. All right, step it in. I'm gonna move my board to the other side, back where I started. Feet shoulder width apart on your board. Sun salutation, big inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, shoulders back. Exhale, step it back into your plank. Elbows close, going into chaturanga. Up dog. Again, you can drop to your knees here if you wish. Toes under, down dog. Pressing those heels to the floor. Oh, doesn't that feel good? Let's pedal those knees, right, left, right, left. Step it in. One foot is going on the board. Doesn't matter which foot you start with, because we'll be doing the other side next. Find your balance. Lunging back. Tap or pull that leg all the way through into a knee. Lunge, knee. Finding your balance. Nice, strong, athletic arms. You got this. Now I want you to check a few things here. Look in the mirror. See that your knee is coming down. Ideally you have a 90-degree here and a 90-degree bend here. Find your balance. Driving your knee up towards your elbow. Don't rush this movement. Last one. All right, back to our sun salutation. Feet shoulder width apart. Big inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift. Strong flat back. Exhale down. Hands on the board. Step back into that plank. This time, we're going to do spider lunges, stepping one foot to the outside of the board. Sink into that stretch. It's like a runner stretch. Back to plank. Other side. Sink into that stretch. You do have the option of coming down to your knee here. Just make sure you have an adequate cushion to protect your kneecap. Enjoy that stretch that you get all the way up the leg, yeah? This is a great hip opener stretch. One more. All right, step it in. Remember which leg you had on the board last time for the lunges. We're switching in the center of the board. Step back into your lunge. Again, athletic arms. Find your balance. Tap here if you need before you lift the knee. Driving that knee up. Now again, as we do our lunges, we want to make sure both feet are like train tracks. The feet are parallel, the knees are coming down in alignment with the toe, and as we drive the leg forward, we're not getting loose in the hips. Engage your core. We've got a couple more here. Finish strong. Last one. Whew. All right. Stepping off the board, we're going to switch it up. Elevated feet in our plank. So our toes are going to go on the outside of the board. In our plank position. Hands are stacked under our shoulders right here. In our plank. We can rotate into side plank. Nice long line. Again, stacking hand, shoulder, shoulder, hand. Let's thread the needle under the plank, keeping this hip lifted. Back to plank. Other side. Rotate. Keep your hip lifted. Thread that needle. One more. Back to plank. Nice strong line. Drop to your knees or step in. Next movement, our hands are going to be on the board. I'm going to start by sitting on my board. Hands are the same direction as my feet. Reverse mountain climbers. Driving the knee up towards the chest. Now I did a run this morning, so I can really feel this in my hamstrings. If it's too much, go to a bent leg position and drive the knee up. Exhale as you crunch that knee forward. Your choice, either here or the bent leg. All right, come on up. Are you getting a good workout? Who said yoga wasn't sweaty, engaging? Your heart rate's going to be elevated, but on the lower end of your target heart rate. Warrior 3. Find your balance in the center with one foot on the Strongboard logo. So we have a couple options here. We can extend our arms forward. We can have our foot down a little bit more if we don't feel well balanced. We can use that chair if you have your chair out. You can have your arms back. 2, 3, tap. One more time. Tap. 2, 3. We have time for one more. How are you doing on that balance? Come on in. It's okay if you lose your balance. You can always step off and reset. Moving into a curtsy, I want you to keep that same foot that you just had on the board in the center. We're gonna curtsy. 3, 2, 1, tap. 3, 2, 1, tap. So as you do this, I want you to push back into your glute. You shouldn't feel any pressure on your knee. You can either float the leg or physically tap it on your board. Tap, pushing back. You should feel it on the outside of that leg. Yeah? Say yes. If you're not feeling it, I want you to go a little bit lower. 2, 1. One more time. 3, 2, 1. We're switching sides, so step off and reset with your other foot in the center for your Warrior 3 balance. Again, we have options. Your balance and how you feel will dictate how deep you can get into this posture. But remember, the counterbalance for your hands and your head is your leg. So your arms are back, your arms are forward, extend, and tap. 3 count. 3, 2, 1, tap. Try it both ways and see which way you like better. 3, 2, 1, tap. You're doing a great job. You know, we're almost done with this workout. This kind of yoga is great because it's stretching everything out. It's working core, coordination and balance, building stability, and you're gonna feel energized by the end. All right, we're gonna sit on the Strongboard logo for the next exercise. When you sit on this, we have a couple options. In a C-sit position, nice long spine, we're looking at the ceiling. We can have our heels down. We're gonna do some Pilates 100 here, or heels up. Find your balance. If you don't feel stable, you can just hold right here. That's your other option. Okay, hold on now. We're gonna hold, legs out, press, and in, out, and in, out. Take your time. Again, looking upward for that nice neutral spine. Last one. We've only got one more move. Flipping over. We're gonna put our feet on the board this time. Shoulder width apart. Hands in alignment with the toes. Find a comfortable position. Press up in your glute bridge and down. Up, squeezing your glutes as you come onto the top. Create a nice long line from your tailbone all the way up to your neck. Now this time at the top, I want you to press your knees out, in, down, up, out, in, down. You got this. Nicely done. All right, we're gonna roll it up. Let's put that Strongboard off the mat so it's out of the way. We are done with that for today. Let's cool it down. Do a couple stretches. Bring one knee to your chest. Now we're putting the leg that's to the front and bent, we're putting that same arm out to the side. We're gonna bring the knee across the body towards the floor for a good spinal stretch. Looking back at this hand on the floor. Come on up, extend that leg now. We're going to bend the other leg, pulling it in for a big hug on the chest. Doesn't that feel nice? Extending that arm, pulling the knee across the chest for that good spinal stretch. Look back at your hand on the floor. Breathe through and allow that stretch. Let's roll it out. Come to a seated position. Adjust so that your sits bones are both evenly placed on the floor. Create alignment so each one of your vertebrae are stacked one on top of the other. And imagine you a string pulling your head upward. Nice tall posture. Big inhale up. Exhale, hands behind the ears. Hands on your knees. Roll your back towards the back of your room. Now let's press those hands around, placing them on the floor of your mat. Press your chest forward and look up at an angle for that good chest stretch. Let's do that again. Big inhale up. Exhale. This time we're going to twist and look behind you, putting your hand on the outside of the leg, like you're pulling your car out of the driveway. Other side, big inhale up. Exhale. Rotate and twist to the other direction. Come back to neutral. We're going to uncross our legs and swing one leg to the side for a modified mermaid stretch. Hand to the side. We're going to make sure our hand is below our shoulder for that good shoulder support. Arm up and over, feeling that good stretch from the pinky all the way down to your hip bone. If you want a little bit more, let's lift our bottom off the floor and stretch. Let's do that on the other side. So we're swinging our legs around to the other side. Again, hand is stacked under the shoulder. Reach up and over. Feel that good stretch. If you'd like a little bit more, let's lift off and press. Doesn't that feel amazing? I hope you enjoyed our Strongboard yoga today. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.